We're live, Eric. It's just me and you for the moment. Oh, we got people in here. We got some people in here. Oh. Yep. That's right. That's right. My chat is like flashing back and forth. Yeah. So if I miss some chat questions, just know on my end it's going away. But Eric, great to have you back again on a Saturday night. I know. Ooh. Hey, I've been seeing a lot of guys. No audio on Eric. Okay, well we'll fix that. Hold on. Video capture device. No sound from Eric. All right, we'll get it. Hold on, just a second. We'll get some sound going in here. Test it. Test it. All right. Oh, I don't like. Well, we always have these audio problems. All right, hold on, Eric, and I will. I fixed it. Talk for me, Eric.
Yeah, nice.
All right,
I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah, your audio.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, your audio is bouncing. We're good.
All right, good deal, man. Good deal.
We got 56 people in here right now. Thank you guys for joining us in late on a Saturday night. Eric and I are going to unbox some stuff. Actually, I'm going to, and then Eric's going to talk about it because some of these I don't know what it is. I want to give a shout out to my buddy Darius. He lives over on the Barkley side where I live. I live on Kentucky Lakeside. He lives in Barkley, and he sent me this box. A great dude. We're going to go fishing one day, but he sent some OG stuff in here. And, you know,
Man,
we like
that's
stuff.
awesome, man. Don't you love a care package from a buddy?
I do.
I got a care package from a guy.
I owe you one.
I mean,
too,
it was
by
only
the way.
one bait, but oh, that's right. I like making up care packages for my buddies out there. But just to follow up on the spinnerbait show, there was a couple baits that I knew I had. I couldn't locate instantly. But the one that I wanted to locate, because you were talking about it a ton, man. That's that. What is that? That triple rattleback?
Triple rattleback.
That's it.
It's
man.
the craziest,
Look at the
funkiest blade. But man, there was a time here on these two ponds that when the water got high and it got a little muddy,
yep,
that thing caught them.
The bushes. And so I put a crazy skirt on. It's not the original skirt, everybody, but I just wanted to show. I just put like a rubber skirt, but that's the rattle chamber that I've got the skirt around. I'll try to get it off and show you actually how the bait was made. I don't know what the original skirt looked like. I can't remember, but man, it had to be wide to fit over all that business, right? Or was it really? Yeah, because it had to fit over the hook shank and that rattle. But that had that rattle back.
You know what was a good
rattle.
jig, and they still make them. The rattleback jig was good, and I have a few of these.
Danny Brown.
The ultimate rattling jig, where they shrink wrapped it. They had the 3 chambers, and they did the shrink wrap around it.
Oh, that's right. And then a shout out to Ray Concepcion, man, because I was talking about the Death Shimmer. You talk about a crazy bait. Watch the wire bend on this. This is from the spinnerbait episode. I had to wrap it up, man. Some unfinished business. I'm gonna open this thing up and show you how they bent the wire on this thing. But this thing will rattle your arm off, no doubt about it. Would you look at the? Can you see that wire on there?
I've heard a lot of good things.
Is that the craziest? This thing, I've thrown it. Me and Pete Gluzik talked about it. I think he had one on the boat. But look, both blades are way up on the arm, and that crazy bend on that arm. You can see that, right?
Yep.
Is that the craziest thing you've ever seen? But it will rattle your arm off, man. So a truly heavy vibration on a spinnerbait. It's the Death Shimmer. They don't make it anymore. But, man, you talk about novelties. That triple rattleback, the Death Shimmer. And I did get a Palm special in. Ooh. Shout out to Matt Pangrak.
I sent Pangrak a message and said, man, I heard you had something for me, the Palm special. And or had something for me. Eric said, he said, yeah, the Palm special. And I don't know what's going on. Your little live stream box is bouncing in and out. I don't know why it's doing that, but whatever. We'll roll with it.
What you want me to call? You want to call me back just to see
No,
if I can get a different line,
I don't
or
think
I'm
it's
good.
on. I don't think it's on your end. I think it's my computer's like,
It might
man,
be Baitman Junior
Baitman
playing
Junior was
freaking
on there doing
Call
something
of
today,
Duty, man. Yes,
and
you better go get it,
I
man.
don't want. It's just me and him now. I don't want to knock him off the Xbox. Yeah, I like that guy.
All right, man. I tied that up. That's on a little Depths B custom, man. But it's like a beetle spin head, so you get a lot of movement on that. But I tied that up when the shad get small in the fall. If those little jokers get funny on me, man, right there, it's about, an inch and a half long, and it's just pure see-through, man. Put a little bit of one little thing of crystal flash in that body. But man, that ought to
Dude,
catch them.
that would be a great fall bait when those bass school and those little bitty pin minnows.
That's that's what I'm talking
It's like a
about, man.
finesse
I
beetle
could
spin hair jig. The
that's
beetle
yeah,
jig.
there it is. That's an OG Bass Lab creation right there, man. And I got something brewing for you. A
Uh-oh.
little surprise coming up, man. I got the Goonie Wolf working
Goonie
on
Wolf.
something for me.
Hey man,
What?
we gotta answer a few questions. We've had some people asking some questions before we get into this unboxing.
All right.
I'll
What do we
just go
got?
ahead and
Let's
cover
catch up.
this. We had a departure. 5 anglers, rest their soul, from MLF. Have went pot. We don't know if they've went to Bass, but they have left MLF. Uh, Headliner Mike Iaconelli.
What?
Iaconelli is gone from Major League Fishing or from the Bass Pro Tour. He's not on the Bass Pro Tour the list.
Okay.
Makes sense. I've heard rumors that either Ike was going to leave or retire. I personally really respect and like Mike Iaconelli, and he's a very good businessman. Whatever he's done has been very calculated. Jacob Perazanek has not on the roster. I think he won 2 events. Correct me if I'm
Wow.
wrong.
He did.
One of the
He
best sight
did.
fishermen on the planet.
No question.
Who else is left? Gray Hackney is going to qualify for the late to the openings.
What?
I feel like Hackney's a good fit for bass. He can catch them in MLF, but he's a grinder. He's fishing for 5 bites.
Mm-hmm.
Who else is left? One guy nobody noticed, and I think he's up and coming star. Is going to crush it over at Bass. Justin Atkins. I like to
Mm.
call him Jenkins because he catches them janks, but Atkins is going to do really well if that's where he goes. No one said they're 100% going over there, but you got to assume that Hackney's going. He's qualified. And Jason Christie, the real one, Pradco
Yeah.
Jason Christie, has had a great year on the opens. Bass fish is really good for me. Again, he's a grinder, really good shallow water guy. I just never felt that MLF really set up for him. And I'm not bashing
Mm-hmm.
MLF. I'll let Luke Duncan get his opinions on that. He's the best at that, but I try to keep it real FLW. They're in my hometown, so. But
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
gonna be interesting. And they launched the deal with Fox Sports. If you've seen that, Fox Sports is going to
Yes,
carry
yeah,
all
I
that.
did see that. Yep. Yep.
There's a lot, and here's the deal. I tell people this. I was just watching ESPN because I was watching the Vols do terrible as always.
Yep.
But there's been a lot of turnover at ESPN.
Right.
Losing a lot of anchors. Guys losing their jobs. They're posting jobs that haven't been filled in 4 or 6 months. I'm not going to get on one of those rants, but sometimes change is good. And maybe Fox Sports seen something in Bassmaster like, hey, here's a niche that no one's really exploiting. We can do something with this. It can help us.
Right.
I think it's good. I do feel like MLF and some other leagues that are really leaning on the internet stream only. That works
Yep.
good until guys are 55 to 70 years old that are diehards like my dad that can't even turn on a laptop. Dude, my dad does not. My parents just now got an iPhone, and my mom doesn't even understand it. Like,
Wow. But
she messaged me
that
on
is what it is,
Facebook to
man.
ask me how to call me. It's that bad.
Oh, oh my gosh. But you just tell her Siri, man. Hey Siri, call
Yeah,
Baxter.
call my son.
Set her phone up with the right contacts who she wants to talk to.
You'd like to call Tom
See,
Baxter.
there we go.
Siri just answered me.
Don't be
Oh,
talking that
no.
smack, Siri. All right, guys, we're fixing to get started. We'll answer a few more questions, and then we're going to unbox. And I had some guys ask me to show them these mega bass I opened last night because it's mega bass time. It's jerking time.
Oh yeah,
All
man.
right, let's see. Somebody asked the water temperature was in the low 60s, something like that.
Shoot, man, it was 49 on my rivers
It's
today.
low mid 50s now. It's really cooled down. I always try to
Mm-hmm.
answer these questions, but what would you throw
Yeah.
with temps in low 60s and clear water up to 18 inches? I'm jerking. I'm throwing a jerk bait.
What was the water
Low
temp?
60s.
Throwing a jerk bait in the low 60s, man.
Fishing it
Man.
fast or lipless.
Yeah, lipless maybe.
18
Shoot,
clearish
man.
water, 18 inches. Man, you got a lot of options in the low
Oh,
60s. I mean, that's a square bill, a jerk bait. You can go throw a spinner bait.
yeah, burning a spinner bait, man. Clear water, low 60s. They should be pretty active, man.
Absolutely.
Heck, yep, yep.
Darius says it was
Dang, man.
56 at Barkley today. So that, if it's 56 here, that's perfect jerk bait time, especially on Kentucky Barkley Lake.
Okay.
I don't know where this guy's
Water
fishing.
temp is 45. Whew. One guy's got 45-degree water, man. Where's he live?
Whew.
Where you live, Bo Judd? I'm gonna say,
Uh-oh.
man, throw yourself a shad wrap or something, SR5 or SR6 if it's that
I've
cold.
abandoned the balls. I'm just going to put it out there. Don't ruin it for me. If they come back and win, chances are they're going to crap the tank. I'd rather hang out with Eric than watch Tennessee. It's that bad. Actually, Eric is that cool that I want to hang out with him. So, water temp is 45 here. What's the best crankbait in 45-degree water?
Man, I'm definitely throwing some flat
Yep.
sides in that cold water,
Flat.
but I'm probably throwing a freaking, I told you, like a SR5, man. I'm throwing,
Shad wrapping.
something super small, shad wrapping it for
You know
sure.
what else could go with?
Hey, and definitely jerk baiting in 45-degree water,
Some
right?
stuff that's probably in this bag that I got from Mr. Darius. So let's start it off with this unboxing of some
Do it up,
OG
man.
baits. And right off the bat, I'm going to tell you, I've got several of these. You can see, here's a Tennessee Shad Old Wigglewort right here.
Man, unbelievable.
Yeah,
Dang.
man. You know what? The hooks are still
He
sharp
hooked you
on
up,
this
man.
one. I don't see the bill's not ground down too bad. This Tennessee
Mhm.
Shad, that's not a real expensive color. You can find that on eBay at a decent price. It's the bleeding
Yeah.
one. And if you guys don't know, the easiest way to identify if they're old Prairie Rapala Wigglewort, on the underside of the bill, it'll faintly say Wigglewort. If it says Storm, it's a
Yep.
no-go. But from what I'm
Yep.
told, Eric, there's a couple different versions of these older ones. Like
Yep.
and that's where I need help identifying the real old ones. Now, obviously, if you find them in the package, you can tell when you find an old package. But one of them overrated baits for me. But if I'm going to the Ozark Lakes, there's no way I don't take a box full of these. I mean, I will
You gotta
swallow
have
my
the OG
pride.
wiggle, man.
But looky here. These are the two I am kind of excited for. We got some others in here that are OG, but they're not all Wiggleworts. But these are the high dollar. I don't want to say high dollar, but they're ones that fetch some bucks for the guys that are really looking for them. And that's these. We got the craw colors.
Oh
I
yeah.
think that's a red craw.
Mm-hmm.
Brown one. This one, they're not transparent. They got the phantom color warts.
Phantom green.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
these do have that phantom build to it. I mean, these have been fished. They've definitely been in the water, but there's the thing about Wiggleworts, man. You either got collectors or you got fishers, and these are the ones I'd want to fish, man. Those craw colors right there, Ozarks, they'd eat them. So when you talk about OG crankbaits,
those are some good ones, man.
yeah, when you talk about OG crankbaits, you've got to put the Wigglewort in there. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Yeah.
A lot of guys say that the newer Wiggleworts catch them, and Pete Gluzik is one of them, man. The Dean.
I've heard that.
And when Pete Gluzik talks, you gotta listen. He's a straight up kind of guy. So I think the newer production Wiggleworts, there was a time where they did ruin it, but they brought it back. I think they corrected the mold. So, but still, guys will pay a ton for the old school ones. But the new ones, man, they catch them too. So don't get all crazy. You got to go out and spend $50 on them.
Actually, when I was working in retail, I always carried a lot of Wiggleworts, the newer ones, because they got some really good paint schemes. And you know what? They sold pretty good, guys. They're not expensive. They're easy to find, and they do catch fish.
Yep.
I think.
Yep. There's a Magnum Wigglewort for you.
I like the mags, man.
I flavored it up a little bit. I had it painted, but then I actually had to add some crazy lines on it, man. So, yeah, that's a magwort. That's for you, Carl, out there was asking about that. So that's the bigger size. They also had a wee one too, a
They
little
had
one.
a short wart as well, and the thin wart.
They do.
I've got a thin wart
Thin
somewhere.
wart.
I've lost it. Check this one out. This
My
is
thin wart's
check
up
this
there.
one. This is kind of like a red shad. It's that red with the
Oh, I like
gold
that.
top.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's kind of a Sam
Nice.
Rayburn kind of color. You know it. That red in the spring, man. I don't care what brand or what bait. If you want to get a bite, throw some red on it. If it ain't got red, get some nail polish and make it red, right?
Yep.
Why is it that red catches so many fish in the spring?
Those man, but they like
They
it.
do. Yellow and red and orange. That's all you really need.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely, man.
And then it got a little fire tiger one here. Now, my buddy,
That's more like a parrot, man. That's not a true fire tiger to me, is it?
yeah,
I'm gonna look it on the old camera.
yeah. If you look on the YouTube camera,
Yeah, that's what I
kind
gotta
of like
do.
a
Yeah.
parrot. Reminds me of that bomber color. What was it called? Taco or bandit taco salad. You
Yeah.
remember that color?
Oh, taco salad. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
Now, you know who the FLW fisherman Brandon Hunter is? He just lives down here. Me and his brother used to fish all the time, and we would troll for sauger in the summer, and we always used wiggle works in the most
Yeah.
obnoxious colors you could find. Those chrome, orange, purples, and stuff like that.
That's right.
We'd
That's
go
right.
down a creek channel on the main lake, and you sometimes it'd be boom, 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 it's bass, and then we'd stop,
Mm,
throw worms and jigs or whatnot. But
that's right. That's right. Somebody asked what the difference is between the new wart and the old wart. So what made that hold that wiggle wart
uh,
up and show them the unevenness of the seam when they glued the two halves together.
yes,
The baits didn't come together exactly
this is a
straight,
great one.
and so that's what creates that what creates the hunting action.
If
So
y'all see
like,
this
well,
bait right here, you
yeah.
can see the seam very, very well if we can focus in.
Yeah.
And that
So
seam
that
is
thing's
not
fine.
perfect.
Yep.
And
And so they fixed it when Rapala bought Storm. Maybe they lost the molds, or sometimes that happens,
right,
right? The factories burned down in China, and so they have to remake it with a bait, and they change the bait, they make it perfect, and it's not hunting anymore. But I think they corrected it.
right. And uh, guys will tell you that sometimes the molds just they get used and used and used and they go back.
Yeah.
You can even tell on the lip of this one, it's just offset just enough a little bit. You
Mm-hmm.
may not can tell on the webcam, but I can tell it from my angle. Right where the seam comes together, one side is just a couple millimeters. Eric's screen has shrunk. All right, I'm gonna fix
Why
it.
are you shrinking me? You could crush my head. I'm crushing my head.
I'm trying to get him back here, but
I'm getting smaller.
but
I'm disappearing, man. I just went tiny.
yeah, I'm trying to fix him here. Give me a second. All right, gotta fix him here. I don't know what's going on with that. He's back. He's back and bigger.
There you go. Northeast bass fishing. He picked up the kids in the hall reference, man. I'll crush your head. I'll crush your tiny head. I
That was
love
an
doing
old
that.
school show too. Uh, let's see. I have
Totally.
several old wiggle warts with wiggle wart on the bottom of the bill, but I have a few with nothing on the bottom of the bill. Are they old? Ooh, I would say chances are if they have nothing on the bill, they're old because the way they do the new Storm logo is different, and it's pretty much like
Mm-hmm.
almost burnt into the bill, like it's almost inside
Yeah.
of it. So, um,
Justin, red crawl works everywhere all year long, but in particular spring and fall. Sometimes people say when a crawfish molts, and I know this on the
mm-hmm,
Potomac, they turn fire engine red or orange, man. They just
mm-hmm.
totally get like
I've
bright.
heard some biologists say it also depends on what they're burrowing in. Like,
Sure, red
yeah,
clay,
red
right?
clay gets them red. If they're around a lot of rock, they're going to be more brown. But
Mm-hmm.
you know, I've caught fish in the middle of summer that's coughed up bright orange crawdads.
Oh
So
yeah.
but there's places, man. I've seen crawfish after it rains really come out. in drainage ditches and stuff like that, and they look just like green pumpkin, or they've got a little
Yep.
chartreuse on them. And dude, there's places where they're blue and white and crazy colors.
Oh yeah, there's all sorts of crazy colors,
I
man.
don't know.
Match the hatch. I know some guys will be all crazy, man. They'll put a crawfish trap out at their local boat ramp before a derby, and they'll go pull it up and see, okay, what color craw is like living around here, and then they'll match their jig skirt to that color crawfish.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's when you're really getting crazy. Match the hatch.
That sounds like it'd be a cool video. Can I catch some crawfish and then match my bait to them? Does it work?
But I want.
Obviously, I need a good fisherman that has a higher percentage of catching fish than me. But
no, I think it's a cool concept, right? Like, I think Pete Gluzik, he did that. He like watched it. These seagulls were dropping stuff on a dock, and he went over there, and there was a bunch of crawfish, and he saw that they were orange tipped. So there you go.
Hey, someone says, show the plum crankbait you used in the jerkbait video. Now your video is huge. What is going on?
My video?
Your
video.
Oh, your video. Your side's huge.
Plum? You talking about my June bug crankbait?
Yeah, it's got to be June bug.
It's got to be June
bug. But I would like
to
see you get a plum one. That would be kind of cool.
Man, I don't know, man. Plum. I could paint them any color. No, it was June bug, man. I think it's upstairs.
Thank you for my moderator, Hella Bass, for getting a little spam out there. I've been having some weird stuff. People join spamming. Nothing bad, just hi 500 times.
Oh, yeah. What is up with that, man?
It's probably Baitman Jr.'s friends. He tells everybody, hey, my dad's on YouTube.
And they're not getting on the show. That's funny. Look, yeah, a lot of people, they know the June bug. They know the June bug crankbait, man.
Baitman, can you talk about the 6-inch curve 55 versus the wiggle war? I will, but I want to leave it to the old school baits tonight because we got a lot of stuff to go through.
Yeah,
I
man.
did a video.
What else you got in that bag, man?
Dude, what about these guys? The Lord Jensen's.
Oh, what is that? The Radar 10? I can't see it. You got to hold it up for me first.
Hold it for Eric. The Timber Tigers, man.
Timber Tiger, brother. Oh, hell yeah.
It's kind of like a deeper version of a speed trap, but it's got that crazy lip.
Yep.
It's a good bait, man. It's got that.
Those little flanges on the side.
It's got that one little rattle.
Mm-hmm.
That.
Don't sleep on those Timber Tigers, man.
That shad pattern right there, the white with a little pink stripe on it. That's a really good.
That'll get her done.
Texas, they call it like Texas shad or something like that. And then we got to have a red one. These been digging up the mud. There's dirt. Looks like a farmer's fingernails on here, man.
That's awesome, man. Fire crawl right there, bro.
That's it.
Hot Lips Express right there. Yeah.
And look here. Now, I think this is a bandit. No, this is a Rebel Deep Ore. Got some Rebels in here. Several color Rebels. Dude, this color right here used to be the dill in the spring. Of course, the hooks are all stuck together.
Ain't that crazy, man?
I got one piece of a hook is sticking the whole thing. All right. Rebel. Right here. That's kind of
man.
That's kind of that spring craw color that's really popular in a lot of different manufacturers. Bandit makes.
Oh yeah, man.
That's like that Bandit spring crawl. The We Are was the deal for a long time. This was like,
dude, there's no question, man. There's some guys that love it still, man.
You got another spring cross color. These one's got yellow. This is school bus yellow versus one that's kind of got that chartreuse on it. I like that school bus yellow.
And I like their faded versions, man. They had some faded versions, like just really milky. Like you'd see the old pros leave their baits out in the sun for a while to get that milky version. They made colors like that. Because it's bone, buddy. That's all bone.
So my question is, on these deep WeAres, I thought I know. Like if you look under the bill on these things, there's a tiny little screw, like what would be in like a cell phone or something like that.
Yep.
What does that screw do? Do they screw the bills into the bait? Do they insert them and screw them in?
I think that's what it is.
I think the old ones they did that.
Yeah, definitely. Because I remember taking like the screw out sometimes.
Really?
Somebody asked about the Storm Tubby, man. Tubby eel.
Ooh.
The little tubby, man. Look at that thing, dude.
Oh
Is that a
man, that
crazy
is
bait or what,
crazy.
man? Isn't that crazy? And then you could change you could buy extra tails, but that's like a crankbait with a soft plastic tail. How cool is that? Nothing saying you couldn't do like that with a crankbait, right? Why couldn't you get like a bait keeper and screw it into the back? You know, like a brass bait keeper.
Right.
Take the back treble hook off and put yourself a worm on it.
Hey, that's kind of like
Got yourself a storm
the
tubby
storm
eel.
version of a bill dancing eel.
That's the hard bait version of a storm dancing eel,
I
man.
did find some dancing craws new in the pack the other day.
Did you really?
I had bad experiences with that thing. This was
That's a cool little bait, man. I bet that would catch him, man.
Dude,
I don't want to throw it. I only got like 2.
Yeah. It had some other colors. I tell you what, they were good. And this color right here was, I got hooks all hung up, and you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's still hung up, but you know they were the first to really do these
splatterback
paint
man.
jobs.
Yeah.
This one's kind of like an old bumblebee color that Bandit did as well. But dude, those splatterback paint jobs. How many fish have been caught on the pearl black splatter?
Oh, there's some guys that's like their number one bait. You know, that's their go-to shad pattern.
Yeah. Do I?
You know.
Yeah. Do I think? Thanks, Justin Baker, for running the game for me. Appreciate it, buddy. No comeback. I kind of knew that was going to happen. But it never fails. I tell you what, I never got so mad one time. I was working, and I said, whatever you do, don't, I said, I'm going to I'm going to leave early. I've been on schedule. I'm going to watch Tennessee play XYZ team. Don't ruin it for me. And this guy that was my manager or whatnot, as soon as I got ready to leave, he said, well, you might as well just stay there. You're getting beat by 3 touchdowns. And I'm like, dude, really? And then he's like, oh, I'm just joking. Well, when I had it on DVR. As soon as I got there, I just flipped it live. They were getting beat by 3 touchdowns. I said, you know what? I'll never tell anyone again. But all right, let's get into bag number 2. We got some. Oh, you're going to like this one. I think you know what this one is. It's a Topwater. And I actually... been searching for one of these and haven't been able to find one.
What?
Well, I can find them on eBay, but I figure I might find one around the house somewhere. But you know what this guy is, don't you?
Oh man, was that the dollar? No, that's what is that thing called?
Norman. Top dollar.
It's a Norman. I know. Top dollar, right? Yeah. Man.
A flat side Topwater.
I think I got one hanging up there.
Got the
on my wall.
Popper style mouth and flat side.
Yep.
I
just saw that. I have one hanging around somewhere.
This is kind of like a.
Do you like it? I'm
not throwing it, but it looks cool. Oh, I dropped it. You know what it kind of reminds me of?
What?
That 6 cents Topwater.
Yeah.
It's definitely a lot more flat, but it's still got the same kind of mouth to it. I'm not gonna lie, it's a cool bait, but it's light. I bet this thing casts like crap in the wind.
You think it probably tumble a little bit, maybe.
It's probably gonna potato chip on it.
You gotta figure it's easy to walk, right? Is that what makes that thing special? Like, why did they design that, and who designed that? Who was the lure maker on that one?
Norman was. There used to
No, I'm talking about the lure designer at Norman. And why did they make it?
There used to be a guy named Al that did a lot of designing. I forgot his last name, but I don't know. It looks like a shad, though. It's got a real flat profile like a shad and everything. It's a guy right on it. Okay.
Yeah, it does. Like a 1 knot,
just
right?
A little 1 knot. Gary says this thing really, really spits.
That makes sense.
Several guys say it's good bait. So, you know what? It warms up. We're
put it in the game.
It.
You're going to have to put it in the game, man. Top dollar.
All right. Somebody says, Baitman Eric, Rick Clun, Lucky Craft 0.5, the little small Mike Otten bait. I will refer to it as the Mike Otten. Marty Stone called him out on MLF. I forgot. Someone sent me a video. They were talking about the Rick Clun 1.5, and Marty Stone called him out and said, a lot of people don't know this. Everyone calls it the Rick Clun, but I have prototypes with Mike Otten's name on it. He's actually the one that designed that bait. I was like, whoa, go Marty, Hey, I love Rick Clun. Rick is an OG. He's a legend.
Yeah, why didn't
That was a lucky craft tail, man.
Mike. Oh man,
But
dang.
dude, I ain't telling you what to do. But the new stuff, I'm disappointed.
Yeah. Apparently they changed it. So the Lucky Craft 1.5 used to have a tungsten ball, and now it's a lead ball. That's one big difference, right?
Is a different material.
Plastic's different.
Dude, that
plastic,
Sammy I
right?
got, they ain't cutting it.
No,
but
no bueno.
no, look on the Hookup Tackle. Great website. Ben's a good dude. Well, they've got a lot of stuff it's a different coated name, and it has that OG plastic that's not clear. It's like that shell colored, the good stuff, like on Wiggleworts.
Yeah.
They do it in some crankbaits. I need to buy a few, but I don't know who makes this bait. This is crazy looking. I feel like this is some sort of. I just gotta dump them out. Dump them out. Look at this guy. Yeah. Actually, what is this?
Oh man, that's a Renoski lure, man.
It's a Renoski.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, something shad.
I like this idea. Matter of fact, I was telling Mike Book at Bullshad, why couldn't you make a flat gizzard that walked instead of, like a regular balsa bull?
Uh-huh.
It's got a little rally.
That thing's loud. They got a little one too. I got one up in my garage. I caught a few bass on the little one.
This looks cool.
He put a marabou feather on the little one.
Yeah, this looks cool looking. I like the concept. I've never seen that.
Definitely a Renoski.
I'm going to hang that one up there by the P70 just for some flex.
That's right.
I'm going to get me some. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to get me some copper wire. I'm going to redo this shelf, put me a copper wire down here so I can just have me some, Epic Eric style racks back there.
That's what you got to get.
Somebody asked about this bait. Well, I think this is it. I know you got one of these.
Right.
Golly. It's always one hook that's holding up 7 or 8. Here's a deep long A. I'm probably going to...
Oh, yeah, man.
That's a walleye bait to me. I'm not going to... it's not something I'm going to fish with. There's a lot of people that like these. It's going to go on that side. Here's I think this is this a deep thunder stick? I don't know, maybe it's another long A.
That's a long A, man. That's a bone one,
That's
dude.
A big guy.
Probably.
I'm not going to bass fish with that. I don't know. Would you find an application to bass fish with? I mean, you could troll with it, I guess.
Is that a G finish? It looks like a G finish, doesn't it?
Finish,
yeah. Did you like the G finish baits, man?
I do. I did. I still like them. There's some balsa guys that are doing some stuff that's kind of like a G finish.
Yeah.
All right. Oh. Somebody always asks about these baits. Oh, yeah. The old jointed Fred Arbogast jitterbug.
Oh, buddy, jitterbug, man. That's that is bad to the bone right there, man.
Dude, I remember pulling some of these old ones out of my dad's tackle box when I was probably 12 years old. And I said, do those work, Dad? He's like, yeah, they do. You need to change the hooks on them. And just going down bank fishing late in the evening, reeling that jitterbug, and it's doing its little thing back and forth.
There's something about the action of a jitterbug,
dude,
man.
When they eat this,
crazy, man.
They don't just slurp it. They just crush a jitterbug.
Crack it. They do, man.
Dude.
Hey, man, you got somebody from South Africa watching tonight.
South Africa.
Denise Vorster. Shout out.
Shout out to South Africa. That's why I like YouTube, man. We connect with so many people. Like, when I do Facebook Live, I used to, it was like all I got was Western Kentucky. I want to talk baits across the country. You're from Maryland, and we talk all the time. And I feel like we can talk Potomac River fishing. Maybe we can talk Travis into being on here one night, and he can give me a smallmouth seminar.
There you go. There you go.
One. And I think people like the guests, so I'm going to start trying to have more guests on and stuff.
Yeah, you had Justin Royal on the other night, man. I mean, that's pretty cool. What'd you guys talk about? I haven't watched it yet.
YouTube and fishing in general and how he got his start.
Okay.
And, stuff he likes to do. I think hour and a half with him was good. We could have gone for like 2 or 3 hours.
Sure.
But I slept all. I hadn't had much sleep because of going to a real job, which sucks.
Yeah, right. Wow.
I think this is one of those. Here's another one of these big
That's a
jerking
rebel,
plug. That's a
man.
big rebel. That's the
Mm-hmm.
spoonbill minnow. I know guys that.
Oh, man.
So I do know some striper guys that really like these big.
That's a great striper plug for sure, man. And that's a jointed one.
Yes, it's a jointed one.
Because didn't they had the jointed, they had a regular spoonbill, right?
Yeah.
That was the first deep diving jerk bait, right?
Yeah.
Was the spoonbill.
Is that hellbender right there? It's a heading.
Yeah, looks like it.
Got the little blade on the butt.
Yep.
There's a lot of guys that really like these. And the Hottentots from Storm had the metal bill, a little bit smaller body.
Yep.
I'm not a big Hottentot. You're getting up in them comments. I gotta pay attention to the comments.
No, you go ahead and show, man. I'll moderate, man. I'll do the. How about that? I'll do the board, man. Look at that, Sean Live, man.
$10 make you holler. Man. Appreciate that, Sean.
That's right.
Thanks for always having a reliable live stream, bringing on great guests. I learned so much from you, your guests. Here's some ice cream money for the kids. Listen, Sean, last time you gave me ice cream money, the wife went to Walmart and Sam's, and she bought enough ice cream sandwiches to last like 3 weeks for about $10. So I appreciate that.
That is awesome, man. Sean is the best, man. He's he's such a good guy, man. I love him on the streams. He's always got great commentary. He's super generous, man. He supports the YouTubers like you, man, that are putting it out there, man. So that's fantastic, man.
Yeah, I appreciate all those guys. And to be honest with you, yeah, I'd like to make money on the content and everything like that, but I like interacting with people.
Yeah, man.
Dude, I just like talking to people. So the more people that comment and stuff like that, I'm cool with it. And that's why I like to see them comments after the streams.
I got to bring this out because I forgot I had the little tubby eel in the pack.
Ooh.
Now that's cool, man. And you were talking about the old, somebody's talking about a mud bug, metal lip baits. That's a whole nother category that, just forgotten it. And I used to throw the mud bug, man. You can't tell me that mud bug with that metal lip. And why that metal lip? Why would that? Listen to that thing. Big old one knock in it. But that metal lip digging down there in the rocks like a crayfish, like tick, 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 tick. That would just have to get smashed. I mean, I'm not in love with this color because it's just kind of plain brown, but it'd probably get it done.
You got plenty of nail polish, bud. You can make that any way you want.
And you see how I took out the old hooks, man, and I double split ringed it, man. You probably only need one hook on the back, man.
So the big swim bait guys now, they're doing like the double split ring deal, or they're doing the same material as an assist hook on treble hooks. So
yeah,
there's got to be something to do to that, man.
Well, I mean, for the double split ring, the whole concept is, right, if a bass is hooked up on this, right, I can get 1, 2, I can rotate that hook probably 4 or 5 times before it binds up.
Right.
And so it gives the fish less leverage. When you only have one split ring, you probably can only rotate it twice. And so with heavier baits, they can't use the weight of that bait to throw it.
Well, here's a good question. Baitman and Eric, both name your favorite OG crankbait.
Oh, God, man. Wow, that hurts me because you know how in love I am with OG crankbaits.
How far OG? Man. Like forever? Like, 20 years or older? Man, I'll be honest. Dude, it's hard for me to beat a flat A.
I'd have to say the same.
Dude, I mean, seriously, as far as availability, you can find them. You're going to pay.
Yeah.
But, dude, a flat A catches them. From California all the way to Maine, Maryland, Kentucky Lake, Ozarks, flat A.
Yeah.
We'll catch it.
All right. So I'll do something different just because, I can't sell out on the flat A. So from a, 6 to 8 foot range, the flat A for sure. Mm-hmm. But all right, I'll go super shallow first. The man's -1.
That's a good one.
OG.
Yes, it is.
The original. There's just nothing else like it out there I'm talking about super shallow, like 0 to 1, maybe 1.5, 2 feet, depending upon your line size. Shallow wood cranking, grass cranking. When those fish get on super shallow wood on laydowns, that's just a dynamite bait, man.
I know Mike Ogden was a big fan of that bait. Supposedly that CB001 from Lucky Craft they put out.
Oh, yeah.
That was supposed to be their answer to the -1.
It was, but it wasn't as good. I think I probably got one right here to show people since you're referencing it. I mean,
you got the Gerald Swindle BDS or little bitty wakes. I've got some guys sent me. I'm in a box over here.
So this is the CB001, which is the answer to
Yeah.
man's OG -1.
By the way, that
You know?
color is the shizzle.
Yeah,
That,
I mean they're gross colors. So they obviously, dang man, Monty McWilliams
dude,
just
you need
served
to
up
come down here. Monty Mac
$49.99.
is the man, dude. Monty
Who's Monty
Mac,
Mac, man?
he's a good friend of me and Jake Lawrence. I don't know if you duck hunt, he has a Mallard Estates Outfitters, one of the best duck hunt lodges, not just in
Wow,
Tennessee but the South. Great dude.
wow,
And
that's awesome.
I went fishing with him. He says, "Baitman, I know you got a lot of tackle," and he just starts laughing. You ought to see my room. He's like, I can't help myself. And but he's a great dude, good fisherman. Monty, I appreciate that. I meant to text you back. I was watching the game. Yes, wife put the frogs in the mail. Monty had to get some secret frogs. I found them for him. They're JDM too. So.
All right, Bo Judd asks, what's the best color for a baby -1? On my body of water, Fire Tiger, bar none.
Really?
Fire Tiger, 100%. For a river, sure. For tidal river, for sure. Fire Tiger. They just eat the smack out of it. I mean, look, I'm not saying you can't catch them on other colors, but if I could only buy one, it'd be that. But you know what made this CB1 very different from the -1 and the CB series of combat crank series from Luckcraft was that it had brass and glass. So there were 3 types of rattles in this bait, man. It was super loud. Brass and glass.
Mm-hmm.
And wasn't that, look at that 50, man. It had a hole in the lip. And that's a combat crank. And you can't mess with Lucky Craft colors. That pre-spawn dynamite right there.
Dude, the OG Lucky Craft stuff is getting harder to find. I'll give you guys a secret. If you go buy Lucky Craft, if you're going out there today to buy Lucky Craft, you want packaging that looks looks like this right here. The old black with the red trim. If it says USA series, that's that new stuff.
That's the new stuff.
You gotta be very selective. Like people are putting those BDS2s and 3s on eBay, but they're the USA and they're asking scalpers prices. And I think that's a lot of people don't understand. A buddy of mine said I bought them for $5 a piece at what's the name of that? Ollie's Bargain Bin.
Ollie's, yeah. It's the new stuff.
Yeah, this stuff in this package. This is really very underrated. OG, baby shad.
Oh yeah.
Again, here's that color, man. That kind of like their pro blue.
And that's kind of like a crossover bait. That's like a jerk bait. You can also reel that as
kind of a jerk bait / shad wrap kind of
deal.
But
you can reel it as a crankbait too.
Dude, I can tell you, Matt Allen, Tactical Bassin, loves that bait.
Mm-hmm. That's an underrated. That's like you could do a whole series on underrated Lucky Crafts.
I know. Hey, do you think this is a June bug -1? I think I showed this to you, but I found it in Mike's Tackle World.
It's close, man, but it's not.
No,
I mean that's close, man. But the white,
it's got the June bug style head.
Right, and that is a great color in -1. So that's June bug on the top, but it fades to white. You can't have any white on a June bug. You call it a June bug shad?
Yeah, hey, June bug shad's good with me. I need to go back to Mike's because he's gonna get and get some of these. I wish you could. We gotta get you down here.
Show me that bait. Does that have man on one side and -1 on the other, or 1- on the other?
Yes, it has man's on this side right here.
Right.
You first. This right here says man's.
Yep.
And on this side it says baby 1-.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
That's the good one. So for you guys on the big webcam, baby 1- is right here.
Yeah. If you're buying them on eBay, get that one.
And man's right here. And one thing, looking at this bait, the split rings, brass. Copper. It's got that brass copper to it.
Yeah. Yep.
Now, will you change on these -1s? Do you change your hooks? Get that real small, like number 8 back there, and then it's got a bigger long shank, like number 6.
I'm changing both hooks out. I want a short shank. I don't want the hooks to tangle together. They varied their hooks. Whatever they had in stock, it seems like they put on it.
Yeah,
it was
you look
always
at this
different.
right here.
No, I don't want a long shank on that. Those things are crossing constantly.
Yeah, I already got it tangled. We'll put some whatever owners. Dude, I like those decoys, man. Gotta really try that out. We got to talking about the mice. I had to see if this was really June bug or not.
That's right.
That's
the old school bass magnet cranks. Did he send you any bass magnet?
Those big -1s. You know?
Oh yeah, the giant ones you're talking about?
Yeah.
Like the one I modified?
Yeah, bud.
Old Charlie Campbell trick, man.
Oh, Dakota says he's been in Mike's. He says the wildest place he's ever been. Just wish he had more money. Me too, bud. I need to win a scratch off and go to
Right there,
Mike's.
man. That's the big one
Yeah.
right there,
I
man.
like that big
That's
guy.
that's the one minus. It's the big, not the mid, the giant. Makes a good weight bait. And I did a little trick, you know, I probably showed some of it on my Instagram, but you know, the way to drill it out, shift the beads from the middle to the back, epoxy it over. It's pretty cool, man.
Someone wants me to show him that Lucky Craft box. So there's two. I'll see if I can. I got some local stores that's got some older Lucky Craft. Slender pointer, old slender pointers are really good bait, by the way. But this is the second run I believe Lucky Craft did. The first run of Lucky Craft was in a silver. It said Pro Tune Series. Actually, I think that was the second one. This is kind of the first run of Lucky Craft. Black
I
with
got
the
a
red.
Pro Tune.
Show them a Pro Tune.
Yeah. Right here, man. This is a BDS 3.
Oh,
Fat CP in the Pro Tune box right there. See that back?
That's the first run of BDS they ever made right there. Was in a square box.
Yeah.
That's big time eBay money. But you know what that is? Is a big time fish catcher.
Oh, one of my favorites right there.
I
man,
love the
Lucky
3.
Craft.
I know Brian Thrift, some of these other guys, they love the BDS too.
Mm-hmm.
I like the 3.
The 3's underrated, man. And then they took it to this. This is the Pro Tune series in the red box. So this was the first run. Yep. This was the second run.
No.
Pro Tuning.
The second
MS
run
Crack,
was a silver box.
Oh, right.
Now, so you got that
then
box.
This is the red. Yeah, then you got one in the middle.
You had one in the middle. It was a silver box, a Pro Tune, and then they went to the red.
Red, yep.
Now they have USA series, and I got that dang Sammy somewhere. I just pulled it out. I don't know. But if it says USA series, it's the newest run.
Yep.
Just FYI. Now, I found this at a yard sale. This was the first run of the Skeet MRs in a square box.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, man. That's a good buy right there.
You know what? Yeah, dude, $8.
MS Crack.
$8 for
oh,
this?
my God.
All day, every day.
Every day. I bought every one you could find, man.
But, you know what's unique?
That color's awesome.
You know what's unique about this? Is it's not just a true flat side. It's a little bit rounded back there.
Yeah.
It's a really good bait. It casts really well.
And you know, Lucky Craft used to sell that scale pattern on a sheet.
Oh, yeah?
That crack, that MS Crack scale pattern that's on the top of that bait, they sold it on a sheet, and each individual scale would come off. I'd put it on like crankbaits. Yeah, man, they stopped selling it. I found it in Japan because I wanted to like replicate that crack.
Wait,
and I'm
you
like,
went
I
to
was
Japan?
Like, no, I was on a JDM website.
Okay.
And I'm like, man, I was looking for some scale, and I just saw Lucky Craft scale foil tape, and I'm like, no way. And you would like rub it on your crankbait, and it wouldn't come off on the individual scales would come off, bro. That was bad to the bone.
Hey, Casey at 6 Cents says he can get that stuff. He asked if
I
wanted to put
I might
that
still
on,
have one sheet.
He asked if I wanted to put that on Jank Juice. I was like, man, I don't want to like KO Lucky Craft because there's times I don't like the scales.
Well, they sell that gold foil tape like that, silver holographic and stuff. See that, but that comes off. The scales don't come off that. The whole sticky sheet comes on. I think I still have a little bit left. I'm gonna try to find it real quick. Go ahead, man.
I gotta answer some questions before. I got more stuff to unbox, man. But let's answer these questions. Kendall Arnold's basically telling us a new story. He said Vans, sporting goods, and that orange ain't worth a shit, Eric. I'm telling you. Ever been? I am done. I'm done with orange.
No, that was cantaloupe, bro.
That's Menendez deal then.
This is it, man. Magic scale, Pro Tune magic scale. Don't even tell me, man, that I didn't plumb the depths of finding stuff. Man.
I guarantee
this is like, I may be the only.
Now, how do you work that into a spinnerbait skirt?
Dude, look at, come on now.
Oh
there's your color, brother.
Woo!
What?
Dude, that's hot. Get that to.
Oh wait,
hey,
dude, I'm gonna make you a purple Baxter the Baitman. You want a chartreuse and you want that scale? I got to do it right now.
Hey, you know what,
dude? I'm so stoked. I've never used the purple. What?
Joe Reynolds, that
about?
code for 6 cents, 20% off. It's BF20. Good on anything on the website.
See, I'm out of the silver. All I got left is the gold, which would be great on like an original Bagley.
Dude, gold is sneaky on a crankbait.
And they had different. size scales too, man. So I gotta I'm gonna try to put some on the
Hey, listen
crankbait
to
for
this.
you.
You know what's crazy? It's TK kills. I love TK's Instagram posts. And he was
Yeah.
making a comment. Someone said, you need to do a chartreuse and purple, Baitman style. And TK's like, I hadn't done a chartreuse purple one forever. I don't know if I
Is
could
he
do it
gonna
right.
do it?
Dude, oh, you send TK some of that scaling pattern. Imagine what he could do with some stuff.
Oh man, can you imagine painting over it? That because I'm telling you, it's the individual scales that come off, bro. So you could just get it. You could put it exactly where you want
Number
it,
one,
man.
I ain't
That's
got patience for that. How about putting those scales on a chatterbait blade?
I gold foiled the chatterbait blade, man. Like 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 it didn't come out all the way, so it was nice because it showed a little gold and a little silver. So I had silver and gold. Yeah, I shot that. I caught a fish with Travis on
Here's a
that,
good
man, coming out of
question.
the upper bay.
This guy's a great guy. Clay, longtime subscriber. Appreciate you, Clay. What baits are out right now? Oh, we just bumped out. Bumped out. What baits are
Oh,
out right now that came out in the last 10 years? Do you think we will be talking about this like this in 20 years? That's a solid. So,
man,
what
that's a
baits of
great
today will
question.
be OGs of the future?
Mm,
Things change quite a bit and can change rapidly. I'll say that. Anytime you have a
man.
bait that manufacturers purchased and bought out,
Yeah.
uh, listen, I've already heard guys say, dude, the new 6XDs ain't like the ones of 4 or 5 years ago.
Man, I mean that's the old school red eye shads,
Yeah, yeah.
man.
Red Eye Shad's a great example. We've already seen some changes with Lucky Craft. I think in the balsa world, you got to, and I don't mean this bad, but you guys, some of these bait builders are really old. Rob
Mm-hmm.
Cochran and Jaw Jacker's an older guy. Norm
Sure.
Norm Coulter isn't exactly young. Great guy. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know how old
Mm-hmm.
Marty is, but
Yeah, the whole generation of balsa builders that are in their 50s, 60s, and 70s and 80s,
some of those
you
baits,
know, who's carrying that on? Frankenstein Customs or some young guys
yeah.
in the game, but how many more generations of bait makers? And once those guys are gone, like re-engineering their baits, can you do it? I don't know.
I'll be honest. Rapala, someone said DT6. They've already discontinued a few colors that start to see good money on the market, and I do think the old
Mm-hmm.
ones held up a little better. Now you slap them on
Mm-hmm.
the water, it don't matter old or new.
No, right, right.
But there's some that are a little bit more friendly with bottom contact. Um, I'm just look.
And balsa's a wood, man. And I mean, I don't know how they,
Mhm.
did they pick, is it older balsa? Is it better
Dude.
balsa? Is there premium balsa the same as the premium balsa
So
30 years
on
ago?
this
I just don't
on
know. It's a
this
natural
group on
product.
Facebook, Norm and Marty and another guy were like, they're all up in talking wood. They were telling me where they ordered it from and the
Yeah, right.
density and what was good. And Marty was, them some bitches messed up my order. And Norm was like, you got to do this. One thing I'll tell you, them guys are tight and they don't mind telling each other. The
Yeah,
good builders feed off good builders. You know what I mean?
sure.
And,
That's right.
dude, you're right. There's a lot of interest. But I look at some of this stuff like Jackal hard baits. Like the Aska's already been discontinued. Love the Aska. It's amazing square bill.
Mm-hmm.
Um, those are hard to get. The Excalibur stuff, that's already
Yeah,
been
that's already
discontinued, but
right.
they've tried bringing it back. Ain't the same. I think that makes the money value go up. When they bring a bait back and it sucks, people want the older ones even more.
100%. They try to reintroduce it.
I think you'll
Absolutely,
see
man.
some Strike King stuff in the future. Colors are a big one. Just they still make a flat A, but they don't make all them good colors. I mean, if they want
Mm-mm.
advice, Pradco, all they gotta do is watch our show.
That's
I
right,
mean,
man.
um,
Look at eBay.
dude,
Oh, the fat-free shad, man.
dude,
Excalibur fat-free
Fat
shad,
Freeze is good.
suspending one to
Lots of,
build. Oh, that dolphin color. Whew.
oh yeah,
Shoot, man. Are you
faded
kidding
powder
me?
blue chartreuse,
Is that like the best color?
dude, it's freaking good.
What do you think about just the whole faded, like you get that color faded, man. I like it, man. Like this old school Norman right here. Look at that faded color on this old school Norman, man. It's all
Oh
paled
yeah,
out. You know what I mean? You just
yeah.
don't see baits made like that,
Carl
you
asked
know?
again, what's the size of the big size -1? Is it The big -1, or what's the name of the bigger one?
No, it's called it's the -1. Man, that thing is big. It's probably like a half-ounce bait.
It says, will the BX Brat square bill ever be considered OG? I've got a few of those that they run good. I think it's too new to be considered OG.
Oh, the BX one, like the
brand new
the
Brat.
mixture of balsa and
It's a
plastic.
good idea. They're very
I love
durable.
the idea, the concept. It's a durable bait, right? I mean, the whole body's molded around a balsa frame, right? So you could smack the grass off it.
Yeah.
You know, I've thrown it a little bit. I haven't caught a bunch of fish, but you know, here's the thing, man. It's like, how many square bills can you throw at once? And for me, like all season long, I'm tournament fishing. I'm either practicing. I had one fun day of fishing this year so far. One day. That was with Tim McGlenn on the Upper Bay. I went out and did my thing, threw what I wanted to throw, and caught them. You know, but I haven't had any really experimental days on the water. So when do you get time if you're tournament fishing? You want to go to your go-to stuff.
Right.
So what's going to be on your line? It's the stuff you know that catches
Speaking
them.
of having fun, a little birdie told me something.
What?
A little birdie named Brent.
Oh, yeah.
I hear you're
I
making
owe
a
him
trip.
a call. I'm definitely going down there for sure.
He texted me. He's like, "Is Eric pretty cool?" And I said, "Yeah, dude. Why? I mean, why would you text me that?" He said, "I think he's coming fishing with me for like a week." And I said, "You let me know, and if I got to throw some cash in or whatnot, I may try to come down there."
You gonna do some filming for us?
I could.
And fishing?
Brent would love for me to film. He's a great dude, man.
Yeah, man. What's your rate for your daily filming, your videography,
I don't know.
Man?
My deal is getting.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
Anyway.
Oh yeah, of course,
dude, you're gonna have a blast. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Number one, you're gonna catch fish, but two, just having fun with Brent. But Hella Bass made a great comment. He said, "Jackal is the king of creating good stuff and discontinue it."
Very true, man.
Bling 55.
Yeah.
Aska. What?
Oh, mussel, deep mussel.
Dude, I got some
MC60 and the deep mussel
back here.
They brought it back though, the MC60.
Yes.
Right, just recently.
What was the Topwater? It's won 3 boats I know of on Kentucky Lake in the last 4 or 5 years. Not the Bonnie. Hella.
Oh, wait a minute.
It's got the big knocker in it, and it's got a triangle cutout in it.
I know what you're talking about. What is that bait?
It's not Jackal Boinger. Gosh dang it.
Come on, man.
My buddy's literally won 2 Ranger boats on it. Bow Stick. Thank you, Hella Bass. You are a great moderator. That's why I like him. He keeps the spam out and keeps me on the bait game.
What's the story with that, man? Why did they discontinue the great ones? And then they try to bring them back. Is it they're trying to create demand? Carl, man, with the donation,
man. Thank you, Carl, for that $5 make you holler. Appreciate it, man. Thank you for all those great questions tonight, Carl.
Nate Summers said, I got 14 Bling 55s at my local taco shop. Come on, man.
For $6.
No way, Nate. You're killing me, man. Taco shop? Oh, was it because they bought herbs out up there? There was a taco shop in Northeast Maryland that went out of business, man.
The Jackal IOB Frog. John Cox. Forest Wood Cup.
I love the IOB, man.
Wins the Forest Wood Cup on the IOB, and there's a huge demand, and they're sending them out, and they discontinue it.
Gone.
I mean, I love the Gavacho, don't get me wrong.
Crazy.
But the IOB can get in some stuff the Gavacho can't.
No, I mean, the one's a walking frog, was a popping frog. But Mitchell McDonald asked, I'd love to hear the answer from each of you. What basic setup, rod, reel, line do you throw most of your balsa cranks on? So I love a Loomis cranking rod. It's the CBR. I think it's a 55. I love, I'm a big Shimano fan, so I'm throwing on a 6:3 to 1 gear ratio. 10-pound test is like the, pretty much go-to for anything, standard for balsa. And yes, I absolutely throw flat side balsa crankbaits on a spinning rod. Flat out fact for sure. It's a Loomis blank, but get yourself a 7-foot medium action spinning rod that has good parabolic action. Throw it on 8-pound test. You could throw those little SR5s on it, SR6 and 7s, shad wraps. You can throw the flat sides on it and throw a little piece of lead on the back of your hook or belly weight them.
Have you seen the guys that put lead tape at the tip of their bait caster rods to load them up? Throw shad wrap.
For the jerk bait. For the shad wrap. Guys do it for jerk baits too, man. Golf lead tape is better than the suspend strips if you're trying to suspend.
And you can probably save money because
it's a whole lot cheaper.
Yeah. Guys, I appreciate the 275 of you on here tonight. I think we break 300. It's been pretty low. Lately,
Yep.
dude, it's YouTube, man. I've had more people message me like, man, I'm not getting no notifications from YouTube and all this. Not everybody follows social media, so, but thank you all for joining. Make sure you smash the thumbs up button, and as always, leave a comment after the stream. But let's see. Someone said, what about soft plastics, OG? Absolutely. Matter of fact, here's my box I just had.
Yeah, did he send you any soft plastics?
Here, we got more touchdowns.
Dude, that's crazy, man. What is that thing, dude?
That's the touchdown worm, baby.
I'm not familiar with it. Talk to me.
There's more touchdowns in here than the balls had the second half all season.
What is a touchdown worm, bro?
Looky here. They put all the colors on the back of the package.
But what is it?
So these were.
Is that like some?
Is a pre-rigged. There's 2 hooks in it. Worm. Okay.
Yeah, look at that, man. That crazy orange.
I'll pull one out of here. This is
and it's got a leader on it.
They're weedless. It's got a leader.
Yeah.
This was, I believe, Guido Hibden, rest his soul, great guy, endorsed these at one time. But you want to talk about soft plastic? This ain't like Zoom material or anything. This is real rubbery. When you were a kid, or I was a kid, they had this thing called creepy crawlers where you poured the plastic, stuck them in the microwave, as the instant bake for boys. And that's what the plastic felt like. But it's a touchdown worm right there. But back in the day, and these were handmade, Touchdown Manufacturing, Columbus, Indiana. And so they put on the back of the card, they had all this stuff. It would have all these numbers. This one it says number 19, 5-pack, 42-inch original leader. But that's how they
have you ever thrown them, man?
Dude, my dad has a stash of them. I never threw them.
Dude, there are people that, let's talk about that pre-rigged worm, right? With the kink in it, I mean, who was the big, the icon worm? Oh, it does have the kink.
Yeah.
So when I was a kid, I remember reading an article somewhere, I can't remember, but take a man's jelly worm, throw it a single hook on it, put a kink in it, and just reel that thing steady, and it would just corkscrew through the water. You had to have a swivel up your line.
Yep.
But, man, caught more fish doing that in ponds, and I could see them. It was a crystal clear pond, so I could see the fish. I'd lead them. They ate it. Why did they eat that worm just corkscrewing through the water, man? And, I'd stop it and let it float down and stuff like that, but they'd follow it and they'd eat it.
Peter Long says the touchdown worm gets bit. I know my dad, he just fished it on a Carolina rig.
Is that the original do nothing worm kind of deal?
I want to drag it sort of, but listen here, that ain't all I got here. I mean, he sent me. I don't even know some of these I've never even seen. Darius, this is. Look at this. Pre-rigged paddle-tail worm. Who made this? He took the names cut off, man. So if,
you don't want anybody to know.
They must still work when you're cutting the name. On the back it says, "This is not a toy. Sharp hooks."
Yeah, check that out, man.
Junebug.
Yeah,
Junebug.
That's Junebug. Dakota Cantrell says Icon is still making them. Really? Yeah, people throw them a lot on spinning rods. There are guys that swear by it, man.
Here's another.
People that grew up fishing it, especially in the spring.
Finesse Junebug.
Man, that looks like a French fry to me, bro. But
crazy?
Ultra long.
It doesn't have. I hate to take this out of the package.
No, don't take it out of the package.
You guys can see this on the webcam. It doesn't have a leader. It's got a little nylon loop right there. Yeah. So you could just tie it direct, I guess.
No, you probably used a swivel on it, man.
Right.
Like a snap swivel. Why not snap your swivel to it?
Yeah. You'll have bad line twist. But...
Gary Ong, that's a ding-a-ling worm. I remember reading an article about the ding-a-ling worm in Bassmaster.
Dang.
Dude, you got some bait heads on here that are like.
Gary is a great guy, dude. He sent me a bunch of old school stuff a few weeks ago.
Speaking of old school, I want to clear something up because Baitman, somebody posted something about the Sammy, and your boy Mike Buca. So who knows about the Sammy? Everybody. That's a lucky craft Sammy.
And I'm gonna say right here, I make mistakes and I'm not perfect. And you know what? Mike Buca knows. Well, he knows a lot about that wood Sammy.
That's the original Sammy. Fat Sum. Lucky Craft Sammy, and the designer of the Sammy at Lucky Craft owes it to the guy at Fat Sum Lures right there, man. And actually the name of the company was Sum Lures. This is the Fat Sum and then Sum. And it was produced by Sum Yamako. So that's the injection version. I don't have the wood, but how about me having that in my collection, bro?
That's stout. So one thing Buka was telling me through, he messaged me, he's like, "Is it cool I post this?" And I'm like, "Dude, if I'm wrong, I want you to correct me because I don't want
Yeah,
to
I
put
think that's
stuff up
really
there." And
cool.
I changed my Facebook post when I said, "By the way, Mike Buka has commented and put the whole story out there." And
I love that you did that, man. I thought that was very cool, man.
but he told me that Mr.
And the Sammy's named after his dog.
Correct. He told me that Mr. Fatsum or whatever his name was encouraged and flattered and wanted Lucky Craft to copy his bait.
I'm
Like
sure because there's nothing like bringing, I guess he figured Lucky Craft could bring it to the masses,
and he
man.
was like, "Oh, you're honoring my dog and my family. This is so cool and whatnot."
Right. Right.
Imagine me calling Casey at 6 Cents and say, "Hey, man, you know what? I think I'm going to knock off that flat 75 and call it, the Case Dog or something like that." You think he's going to be like,
Well,
"Well, Baitman, I'm really flattered and I appreciate you doing that." That ain't going to fly here.
but isn't there a lot of that in the bait business anyway,
There
right?
is.
You see a lot of lures that are out today that are tipping the hat, whether they do it publicly or not, to bait makers of old, right? I mean, you see things coming out like the curve to the wigglewort, right? I mean, again, and I don't know if wigglewort was the OG wigglewort. There might have been baits of old. You got to look back like way back to the antique lures of old to see some things that have been revived, like the crawler lures today, man. Yeah, a bunch of head and stuff out there like that, but the Japanese are crazy. They've just supersized it. So
I don't have
everything
any of those
is
big crawlers.
everything new is old in a way, right? Everything new is old in a way.
Oh, looky here. Here's one. Here's a soft plastic. It's even got the name. Tasers. This is this.
Dude, that's the
the
one.
spookworm.
That's what
That's
the
what it
heck?
says. Spookworm. Pre-rigged.
Look at the pre-rig, dude. That's
back.
crazy, and
I wonder if
it's a laminate.
Yeah, dude, this is.
Throw that on a frickin' blueback herring lake, man. Who knows
that's
what would
exactly
happen?
what I was gonna say. Springtime shad spawn floating worm.
I'd like to go out with a bunch of old lures that you would never throw, open up and see what you could catch on
We could
them.
do it at Vero.
That would be true.
And
True.
then I got these guys, and again, this is made in Columbus, Indiana. Touchdown Manufacturing, so it's a pre-rigged. You see this, Eric? Kind of a pre-rigged spider grub. I got one for you.
Oh wow, man! Oh, let me see that chartreuse in black,
dude. It's chartreuse in black, not an old school soft plastic color.
That's crazy, man.
Remember,
wow.
Berkeley, was it the first color power worm they ever made was black with chartreuse tail?
Yeah.
And they glued the tails on back then. Now it's different, but David Brown wants to know, is the Bastrix paddle tail OG? I think so.
I think so. They're not making it anymore.
Swim bait that had more impact on tournament fishing than the Bastrix.
100%. Wasn't that? Oh wow, I don't know.
You could say Kitech maybe, because everybody uses Kitech for a limit with a ball head.
Yeah, but has anybody won one on a Kitech?
Close. I think Zach Burge is the closest guy I've seen win one.
Yeah,
he didn't
but
win.
You
he
could
got
point
second at Lanier on that thing. But
yeah,
a lot of guys catch a limit on it. I know Thrift likes it.
That's true.
Let's hit some questions real quick. Ooh, this is a good one. Soft plastics I missed. The culprit water beetle, Strike King tube, Wild Thing, and Wild Crawl. I know where.
I got a bunch of those.
Dude, I actually like the Wild Thing.
The Wild Thing catches fish.
It's a good bait.
That just gets bit. It's like a tube, right? With like appendages, man. So it's a supersized.
But it wasn't real.
Did you like the junior or the bigger one?
I like the bigger one, and I liked it in June bug, and I threw it at night and put some rattles up in it.
Mm-hmm.
Gets bit.
Yeah, I like the junior because I would just get a bunch of bites on the junior.
Tell you what's a good striking bait is the game hog.
Yeah.
It's not old school. It's been out, but the game hog gets bit. Overshadowed by brush hog and all that stuff from Zoom.
Yep. Sluggos over Senkos, man. Sluggo started the whole stick bait craze, really.
Someone keeps. All right, this comes up a lot. I don't know if you got any. The old school special rubber Kitech little spiders. They're like little.
Yeah.
I don't know the story on that deal, but evidently they're very desirable.
Yeah, like the little, were they 3-inch or 2-inch? Because they were small, man.
Listen, I got.
Throw it on a. What else you got in those
I gotta
bags,
keep
man?
going because I think we got some bags in here. I don't know nothing about Baglies.
St. Crest, man, what's up?
What's up, St. Crest? Thank you for the $20 make you holla. Any chance of either of you have a DT flat in Ike's old school color? Well, let me look real here because I got
He
the
probably
DT
does.
flat box. Always Nick Smith.
What?
Yeah, I got more of them in.
Dang,
Hey, I
man.
tell you this: if you get a hold of Marty Burns, he will put the My Carta bill in there and put a rattle in your DT flat.
That's
And
pretty
I got
birdie
Marty's
right
number. In the 3. Oh, I've gotten some more in the mail, so I got another boss. I have chartreuse purple. I have goldfish foil. Hot mustard, one of the best. But I do not have old school St. Crest in a 3, but I think I got it in a 7.
Dang, Fishing for a Limit said that the 2 and 3 inch machine that made the little spiders burnt down.
That's kind of like the Bass Pro swim bait deal.
Yep.
St. Crest, is this the color you're talking about? This one right here. This is a flat 7.
It's got to be old school, right? Yeah, it's that little yellow. Yeah, that's old school.
Yeah, dude,
that's Ike's. That's dirty.
If you, I tell you what, St. Chris, if you can handle a 7, message me your address and I'll send it to you.
Aren't they bringing back the flat?
They are. It's got to be right.
And with the
it's got to be on
with the micarta bill,
yeah,
right?
It's actually the OG Slim 6, so it's more of like it's a bigger size with a 3. It's a little bit more round. It reminds me of.
Wait a minute. So you're saying it's not the flat? It's a different body.
Kind of. What I've noticed, the body looks a little different.
Okay,
but
so
to
the
be honest
body
with you,
could be
what
different.
Ott was
and a micarta bill, right?
What Ott was throwing and they showed was not that. Ott was using a DT 3 or 7 with the same body modified out.
Yeah, was he throwing it on a micarta bill? Ott, I don't remember.
All right, St.
Okay.
Crest made a donation. I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get his address. I owe him a pack of black and powder blue gator tail worms anyway. I'm gonna put it all together, and I'm gonna send it to him. Might as well.
That's nice. How about that,
dude? All right. Thank you, St. Chris. I appreciate you, man. All right.
Bango lure.
Baglies. You know where this works great
at?
Spin tail. And it's a foil.
Dude, is there a rattle in there? Some do.
No rattle.
No rattle. All right, just checking.
But Florida, that's a Florida bait. I'm not big on these long prop baits. But if you go to Florida, you got to have them.
It works everywhere, honestly. What bass would not eat a minnow?
The ones here on Kentucky Lake, they starve. I've never seen this bait.
Kentucky Lake, they starve.
I've seen some.
You gotta get an Asian carp floating minnow.
Yeah.
Right?
Dude, I wish somebody would paint me some square bills or topwaters in Asian carp. It really looks like Tennessee shad, but they look neat.
Oh, okay.
All right, I've never seen this bait ever. It's a Bagley.
The Bagley smooth.
Yeah, it's what it is. It's a smooth. I've never seen a smooth. What kind of action does this thing have?
Dude, you got to tell me who at Bagley was thinking that that'd be a beautiful bait to release. That has to be the ugliest Bagley of all time. I'm not saying it doesn't catch him, but I'm not saying I'd throw it. That's gotta.
It looks like looks like a skinny jalapeno pepper.
It's got to have like a lot of action, right? I mean, look at the big lip on that thing.
I mean,
what were they thinking?
It's cool though,
man. Please take that down to your local pond and throw it out and snag it on the first cast, or after you catch a 3-pounder. Hang it up, leave it out. I want you to throw that thing.
I think I just need to start doing OG bait challenges. I need to go places where there's fish. That way, if I don't catch them, I know it just don't work. Because I'm not that good, so if I go to places that suck, it's almost guaranteed.
You can look at it both ways. Take it to a place that's hard to catch them, and if you catch them, it's really good. Or take it to a place that's got a load of fish that's easy to catch them. If it doesn't catch them,
that's kind of how I feel about going to Lake X. Like, and I'm not gonna lie, me and Menendez is filmed there. If any of you guys watched Mark's show on YouTube, upload a new one there from today, and it was tough. I mean, I filmed
Lake
for
X.
9 hours straight at Lake X, and he caught 2 little dinks on a drop shot. And about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, he went with the wacky rig and caught 5 or 6 just like that, and then they quit biting.
Dang.
And it was tough.
Dang.
And it's only, I'm not going to get into the details, but Lake X is stout. But Brent Anderson fished there for 2 days and never got a bite.
At Lake X?
So, and Zona had a tough time filming a show there. It's just like any other place.
You mean, i.e., Lake X is supposed to be like the lake?
The deal here in West Kentucky,
What? Wow.
But you know what? It's just, I've hunted all over the country. I've hunted it in fences now. I say that loosely. I don't mean in a pen. I define a pen as 10, 20 yards. Lake X is a lake. It's all over 100 acres. It is private.
Dang.
But I've hunted in high fences. I'm not going to mention who I was filming or anything. But, dude, when you fence off anything more than a square mile, dude, you may not even see the same deer once a year. I mean, that's a lot of land. But
that is a lot of land,
they're
man.
wild.
Holy moly. Have you ever heard of the cream shimmy gal? Flat tail, 6-7 inch. Huh. Anyway, keep going with that. I saw that bango lure come up, man.
Lee Sisson says the smoo was poo. That's hilarious.
He did.
That's hilarious.
He did when we streamed with him on the Bass University. So if you're a crankbait head, go watch that show. That was a good one, man, with the Bass U.
Here's a good one.
Lee Sisson
David Brandt. This is one of my favorite flats. I had a buddy sold a bunch, and I should have grabbed them from him. He was trying to Jew me too hard on them.
What's that?
D-baits, flat side.
Oh,
dude, Gary made some great full flat sides.
One of the best. If you need a limit down in Carolina or anywhere when the shad are present, man, that D-bait's hard to beat. But the wee bait is a great replacement, and you can still get a wee bait.
Here's another bango.
Just bango. That's just
I
the
do
bango,
like
man.
That chrome blue finish style. It has its place, man.
Really chrome tiger right there.
It really does. All right, now, I don't know. Here's where I get lost in the bait deal. Antiques.
All right, let's see it. Let's see it.
Me
Me too.
Is more of an antique kind of deal.
That's my weakness,
hopefully
man.
Darius is still watching. Look at this little guy.
That's the wood chopper, isn't it?
Is that a mini wood chopper?
It looks like it.
Small.
Is it a Gilmore?
If I had to guess because of the eyes, I would say it's an old Gilmore mini jumper or something like that.
Mini jumper.
Darius,
maybe.
Which one's this? This Gilmore? I see you on here commenting.
It's almost got a wood chopper. Look at the propeller on that thing.
Dude,
man.
I love the prop.
Dude, that's got to throw some water.
It's still smooth. As old as this thing is, man, it's still smooth.
See, they over-engineered. They made that bait to last. Is that thing wood?
It is. It's wood.
It looks like it, right?
I like it. I like it compact. There's no names on these old stuff. Now, my uncle collects stuff like this. He would know, but here's another one. Oh, kind of bone red head, baby.
Baby, man. Why was that pattern popular? I like the red bone, man. That's cool.
I don't know.
That would
I
catch
love
him.
how
Brett
when
Anderson
wood
would throw
gets
that
older,
thing.
It kind of yellows out.
Mm-hmm.
Someone says this is
Lure Jensen. Is it a Lure Jensen?
Maybe.
Darius King says yes.
Awesome. Thanks, Darius. All right, so it does not look like a wood chopper. If the tips of the blades are round, it's a wood chopper. They ain't round. They are pointed.
No, that's a Lure Jensen.
These are gonna have to. These ain't gonna get fished with. Now, if I had, I ain't above if I had 2 of them.
Yeah, right.
Trying.
Well, maybe you got to throw one, not the other. So at least you have one left.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to, like my built all my Pradco baits and stuff like that, and my flat A's. I want to try to get 2 because I want to fish with one or multiple. Sometimes I get lucky, man. You'll run that yard sale. Those old Pradco baits, the Pro Autograph was really, really popular. And
how many purple tigers you got, man, on the flat A purple tiger?
I almost bought a second one, but it was beat to crap on eBay.
I think I got 3.
Some dude on my Facebook said his dad had like a dozen. And I said, all right, send me a picture, prove it. And I've never seen it back. I think he had Fire Tiger. And went, oh.
Yeah. Purple Tiger was rare, man.
Come down here, come to the Lake X, and let's just go.
Very true.
Maybe somebody give us a van, and we're just going to drive the country. That's the ultimate. That's the ultimate goal. Is
got to keep the dream alive, man.
I think it. All right.
Just
oh yeah, look at this guy. So also shout out to Darius. He makes his own. Makes his own wobble heads, man.
What?
Yeah. Got a good little EWG hook in here and a little football head, swing head.
Man, that's nice. That's what I'm talking about.
You know what? I like the EWG on the swing head. For some reason, I hook up.
Mm-hmm.
Check it out.
That's nice.
But
Gary Hong says you need a semi-truck, not a van.
problem is,
we're not gonna bring all the tackle.
if I have the room, I'm going to put the tackle in it. The problem is I ain't got the money. But
Oh man,
you know, if we did it, what I really want to do
we'd have to have
is start
security,
an
man.
Amazon
Security.
/ eBay store and start building funds. And you know, if you go on the road and you find some OG stuff, you know, if you find a multiple of it, hey, let's sell it. So we can get to the next destination. Kind of like antique pictures.
An old school bus, man, with YOLO Bass Tour written on the side. That's my jam. Don't even try to take it, anybody. The YOLO Bass Tour. People will be joining the YOLO Bass Tour. You heard me say it. I'm trademarking that, service marketing. I'm claiming it. It's my idea.
I got to trademark the Jaints. But how about this guy?
Do.
So I was working for Lucky Crab.
Lucky Crab.
When the live
Flex
pointer hit. So filmed for 4 days on Lake St. Clair with this guy.
Did you catch any?
Only to catch 3 bass on it. But the deal was to catch them on camera. And that's really, really hard underwater to catch a fish eating a bait. It had decent action, but it's not loose enough here. But it's a cool deal. You can find these in clearance bins everywhere.
Yeah,
like
yeah. The concept.
I think it won an iCast award. People really flipped out and said, "Man, that's going to work. It's going to be killer."
But it didn't.
It didn't. I know some guys have caught them really good on this. It's not good when it's cold. The best way to work this bait is real erratic, like it's St. Clair, Erie, Cumberland. When they're ready to chase, reaction by early or late spring, when those fish are moving up to spawn, that's when that's good. But see, then Lucky Craft goes, oh, well, you know, that was kind of a flop, so let's make it a walking bait, the Sammy, live Sammy, and all that did is made it walk even worse. So, anyway.
Oh, my gosh, man.
Now
that's
this
crazy.
Is the box. This is the last of the OG from Darius and Buddy.
It looks like Bomber's in there, man. I thought I saw a Bomber eye flash on the screen quick.
Do you know what's in here? A little Mark Menendez favorite.
Oh, Signature Series Bomber.
If it's his signature series.
6A? What is it?
Oh, man. It's a jerk.
Oh. Talking about a Smithwick?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, there you go. Fire Tiger.
Fire Tiger, man.
Man, those suspending Signature Series rogues were legit.
This is, you know, it just says
they did them right.
rogue.
They did them right.
Dude, the Rogue is still a good bait. I don't like some of the new plastic ones. They made a run at Walmart that was just terrible. But
yeah,
there's some new ones that are really good. But the OG Rogues, like, I found this at a yard sale for $1. Oops. And I asked Menendez, I said, what colors? They said it's been discontinued.
Oh, the purple back right there.
Yeah. That's not even the Mark signature. He's like, I think that was before, you know, it's like a sour grape deal.
KVD had one that was a blackback silver, you know, orange belly. Yes, and I caught a double in a tournament on that jerkbait, man. Nobody was there to even witness it. It was like, I was looking around. I was way back up a creek.
You know what?
Yeah, man.
This is a pro. It's a pro autograph Rogue. I didn't know, but it says Bob, I think Izumi.
Yeah,
because I got to look, and it's got the Excalibur rotating trebles.
Oh, great treble hook, by the way, right?
Getting that, man, it's hard to find all those.
How come they won't bring that rotating hook back, man? That thing stuck them. When it got in a fish, it didn't come off.
They were a little brittle, but they're freaking nasty.
That's true.
They're nasty.
Is that because they had to bend it? That is a nasty hook, man.
They're on eBay, but they said they're a BMC hook.
So.
All right, Clay says, how do you know you got an old Rogue? One, the components be different.
Anne-Marie Shanklin, unboxing. What are we talking about, Anne-Marie? You want me to unbox some of that Japanese stuff I got? Uncle Bob, the legend. Oh, that's right. KV didn't want the classic up in Pittsburgh
Yes,
on the
he
road.
did.
That's right.
He did. All right. Build Ants. Not the Pro Auto Series, but that's one of the Build Ants little fat A's. The little mini one. Dude, this is the best pond crankbait you'll throw in your life. These little bitty fat A's. Just absolutely slayed. Baby bass pattern in a pond.
And
Right there.
I Bill Dance, is that the I loved his the blueback chartreuse side right there. That colorway. In the 5A, I think that what is in the 5A was my favorite size because they had that big fat A. Then they had the Bill Dance one in the signature series. Man, I had some, and it floats like a cork. I think that's one of the things people need to know about that bait in particular. That fat A is a super high float crankbait, so you can cover crank with it pretty good, man.
Yes, you know, there's
No
the
doubt
big
about it.
fire tiger, the big fat A. So they had two sizes
Mm-hmm.
and two colors.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oxbow Brim. This one right here with the purple clear back.
Right.
Dude. Speaking of fat-free shad, there's a dance fire tiger.
Fire tiger. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There's a brown crawdad.
Oh, look at that thing faded out too.
Yeah, man. No hooks on there. That's okay.
Those dudes still catch them, man.
You know, that Crush by 6 cents is a throwback to the fat-free shad, man. Dude, underrated bait is the fat-free shad.
100%. The suspending.
Yes. There's a Ben Parker, Timmy Horton. I've even heard KVD before the 6XD was a fat-free shad guy. I mean, they got a little rattle. They made the silent. Believe it or not.
And it doesn't kill you cranking it. You know what I mean?
No, it doesn't. You know,
I think that's the other thing. It's easy to crank,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Doesn't wear you out.
I just picked up a new in-the-box Strike King King Kong for $15. You know, well, I'm not a King Kong guy, but I love the wake shad. It's coming back, too. Oops.
Oh, yeah, you told me about that. That's right.
I wasn't supposed to say that. They told me specifically, don't say anything. Oops.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I don't want to. I like all my guys at Strike King. We've got a little policy. They know I'm with 6 Cents, so they don't tell me anything they're doing. And you know what? I respected the back way. We just talk fishing. But hey, popping image, baby.
Boom, man. He hooked you up, man. That's some good gets in there, bro.
You hooked me up. You got to hook up. Eric. You know, this work both ways. Yeah, I got to get me a copper wire back here. You know, number one, I need to move it up higher because I don't want the kids reaching into it. But
that's right. That's
right here, Eric. Got me excited. We're talking about Bomber Model A's, Fat A's.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, big fan.
It wasn't just build.
Big fan of all the Model A's, man. All the Bomber cranks are awesome, man.
We talked about this guy earlier. It wasn't just the clear Model A, 6A, and 7A. He also had his name on these guys, and I've got one of them. And now I've got the whole set of Larry Nixons. Oh, and I'm hanging my shorts down here. Shit.
That's not good.
I think I caught myself, and I don't mean my leg. There we go. Whew. Could have been bad.
Oh, that could have been bad.
I got mesh shorts on. Look at these guys.
Oh yeah.
Both colors.
Those are fine, man. Oh, dude, you scored big right there.
I appreciate you, man. I gotta send you some 6 Cent stuff. But these little Larry Nixons are hard to find.
They are, man.
Instagram post. Salute to the General. He told me a long time ago. I picked him up for Bass University event from Nashville Airport. Took him to Paducah. Did Bass University. This is for Pete and Ike and Ellie and all that. Nicest guy ever. And he told me that he was more proud of that little bait than the other ones. He said, man, on the rivers.
How about that? Oh, slaying for rivers, man. Small crankbaits are underrated, man.
They are.
They are bite getters, man.
Micro cranks.
Mm-hmm. You could do a whole freaking show on finesse cranks.
Why don't we?
Underrated. Should. Whole show, man. There's so many areas of crankbait, man. It's deep. It's deep. And they all have a purpose and a reason, man. You know what I mean?
All right, here's a good question. The Funk in Connecticut. Cool name. Newbie here. Do you guys switch out trebles when you see crankbaits with non-sticky hooks? Oh, if they're not sticky, I will. Now.
They come right off.
If I'm throwing deep cranks, I know it sounds terrible, like Strike Kings, 6 cents,
Yeah.
Rapalas, and the way they used to bite a crankbait here where we fished. I didn't because I'm cranking brush and stumps and stuff. You're just gonna lose them, and I didn't want to spend $15 in hooks to lose it in 3 casts. So
Mm-hmm.
every now and then I would. Every now, if they were biting funny, yes I would. But shallow cranks, yeah, I tend to change them out quite a bit. Because the probability, if you get hung up with a square bill or flat side, you're probably in less than 6, 7 foot of water, and you can go get them. You know, but out
Right.
deep, if you get hung,
It's over.
I mean, you can do the
Hound dog, whatever.
and all that, but when you're in a tournament and say you're catching them cranking stumps or brush, I ain't dropping it.
You ain't going to burn your
No,
spot, right?
I'm
No.
breaking off. And you know what? Good thing about the crankbaits is a lot of times when you break them off, they
Pop back up.
Float.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, man.
Sail rolling.
Yeah, fun
Sail
fishing.
rolling.
Oh, there you go.
G finish.
Beauty.
Proper.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful.
Yeah, man.
He sent you some good stuff, man.
I enjoy.
That's
I enjoyed
good
the
stuff.
mail. The last stuff I got, you know, I remember selling this stuff.
I love it,
but I didn't. The Mystic Minnow. You got any Mystic Minnows?
I do somewhere.
Why
yeah.
has nobody come back out with this Mystic G finish on Topwaters or anything? Dude, that would be a killer on a glide bait right there. The Mystic Minnow. I got that one, and I got this like goldfish color.
Oh, check that out, man.
Love the Mystic Minnow. They made a Mystic Shad Wrap.
That's right.
And it was good.
That's
it
right.
was good. A lot of guys liked it.
You can still find them. They're out there on eBay.
That goldfish color.
Mm-hmm.
And then last one I got in here. And we can answer some questions, and then I'll go sleep off these balls. Super Pop R.
Oh, Zell, Super Pop R, man. That thing gets bit.
You like the Super Pop R?
Big time.
This one's been bit because the hook's been on it.
Had the counter rotating hooks on it, didn't it? Excalibur.
I just, you would think maybe I'm just not big time enough, or maybe the people, maybe, I don't think it's me, but everybody.
What?
You would think a company like Pradco, I got to shrink your box again, you blew way up. A company like Pradco or something is just not, they don't pay attention. Why is that?
I don't get it, man. Honestly,
it's like,
I don't know what
it's like our college football coach, just tone deaf. To everybody on the outside's like, hey man, you know your quarterback's terrible. How do you say you give us the best chance to win? You're 8-32 as a starter, and you're saying that's the best chance to win. It's like,
absolutely,
we're telling you,
man.
Pradco, how to make baits great again. Let's get back them Ozark shad, the purple coach dog. That pineapple color you like on the
Smash.
Yeah, put that in the flat A's. Bring some of that OG stuff back. I told the guys at Shimano that if they made a special edition Chronarch 100 that's pearl instead of silver, how many would you sell? Like, it looks like that old school pearl. Just guys go, man, I used to have that reel. I'd love to get one as a relic.
Yeah.
And they said, well, we don't like to move. We don't like to look in the past with Shimano. We like to go forward. I'm like,
yep.
Your reels are great. I ain't dogging the reel, but you know how many you'd sell to guys like me that just want to have one to say, I got the OG and I've got the new pearl. The Funk says he loves the channel, so informative. Love Eric Hellabass, and always any advice for best baits for beginners would be awesome. Not just diamonds in the rough.
I mean, just top producers that you can still buy today. If I'm
a beginner bass fisherman, there's 2 ways to go about it. You can go get bit on a Cinco. But if you just want to be busy, this is what I do with Baitman Jr. I don't like giving him baits that he's got to be real patient with.
Shake, exactly.
But he's trying to
cover
do
water.
I'm going to go with lipless crankbait or square bill. You can reel
so rattle trap for the beginner. Yeah. Lipless crankbait or rattle trap style bait.
Some kind of
quarter ounce or a half ounce?
Probably go, if you're going to fish ponds and stuff, quarter ounce. And you can throw a half ounce in a pond because you can burn it good and it's not going to just blow out of the water. Then I'm going to go with, dude, I believe a chatterbait's a really good beginner bait.
Yeah.
You can yo-yo it.
Just chunk.
You can yo-yo it, chunk and wind it. You can
Chunk
drag
and
a
wind it.
chatterbait. I've seen guys drag it.
Sure can.
You
Yep.
can get creative with the trail, and they're not real expensive. You can buy a chatterbait at Walmart for $5. And if you get
That's
really
right.
good, then yeah, step up to a jackhammer, but get the feel for it. And then if you want to go slow, it's got to be a Cinco wacky rig or shaky head.
Shake head trick worm, a bag of green pumpkin trick worms, and get yourself one of those dye markers that you can buy from Spike It. Chartreuse or orange, and just dye the tip of it a little bit and put it on a 3/16 or an 1/8 ounce jig head. Look at a video on how to rig it, man, and throw it around wood cover,
I can tell you
rocks.
guys, but Beetle Spins and like the Micro King from Strike King, dude, they get bit.
For pond hopping, yeah, no doubt. The Little Money, that's a good little spinner
Mr.
bait.
Money. It's won a lot of money, from what I've been told. You don't have to, you know, I love the old school baits. Whoa.
We back?
Yeah, did we drop out?
Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, we froze for a second, man. We're back.
I didn't even know you were gone.
Yeah, just for a second.
All right. Well,
Yeah, somebody mentioned like a 1/4 ounce buzz bait for sure.
Yeah.
If you topwater summertime when the water gets warm,
go. Scott,
gotta throw a buzz bait.
Scott says deep brush pile jig suggestion.
I don't fish a lot of brush.
Me, I'll throw a football jig a lot. I throw that Moiner rock jig. It has no weed guard. Deep brush. I want something with kind of a light wire. I actually like the Dirty Jigs Luke Clawson casting jig. That's a really good deep brush pile.
For brush pile?
It's got an Arky style head. It's kind of compact. Really good. Put you a pack of craw on the back or a Zoom salty chuck. That's a good brush. I don't like football jigs and brush piles. I want Arky or a round ball head. I like to let them soak in there, like sit it in there and almost dead stick. Ned rig good for a beginner, so that's also good. All right,
absolutely for catching a lot of fish.
Guys didn't get to really see this good last night, but I got me 2 new megas in. So if guys weren't in the stream last night, I got 2 new mega bass in. I did own a +1, so this is kind of a clear, like a blue head and a faded chartreuse, but clear.
Dude, that's nice, man.
It's called Spring Reaction Test and Inspection in Japan. So this is the little bit deeper diver version of the Vision 110. Hey, yeah. I think they got OG Vision 110s, straight eyes. This is
nice.
You're blowing up, Eric. Your wife's saying it's time to quit talking baits. It's 10:30. We're fixing to wrap. Fixing to wrap it up. And then this is a new color, GLX Natural Shad. It's like bony.
Dude, look at you with all the ghost colors, man. I like it.
Colors.
It's got some purple on there for you. That's Baxter's go-to flavor.
Remember me talking about that Mystic Minnow? Got that.
Yeah, it's got that.
What I saw. I wasn't just seeing purple. I was saying, ooh, that's a Mystic Minnow. It's still got some flash. Like on the big webcam, you can see it's still flashy.
Yeah.
But it's got that bone milk look to it. Yeah, don't eat that.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right, Eric. Next weekend, or next Friday's my birthday.
Man, Tuesday's mine, bro.
Right on.
Look at that.
Are you going to be 35? I'm going to be 35.
I'm going to be 38.
Dude.
And great. I'm going to fish my rivers on Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday, I think, and Wednesday. Before Thanksgiving, so I'll probably be throwing a blade bait because the water temp was 49 today, man. Dang, got cold quick.
I'll text you on your birthday.
I hope I didn't miss my cranking freaking weather. Shoot, man. I missed it was like 60-degree water temp and then went all the way to 49 in a hurry.
It's been really, really warm all of a sudden. It's been, whoop.
Dang, man. So put the fish in shot.
High to mid-60s, and Darius says now it's down to like the mid-50s. And
yeah.
Crazy to me. I don't know where I've been putting all this stuff.
You need some new boxes now.
I know where I put my megas. I got me a little spot up here.
Got your mega bass
boxes. What I need to do, Eric, is get even some more planos and reorganize vintage baits and vintage. Because I don't want to mix these with new stuff.
Yeah, you got to keep the vintage stuff with vintage stuff. There's no question.
I've already ran one boss of box. I'm fixing to have to get another.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Growing the collection.
Hey, boss the show next Saturday night. You down?
Can't do it. I'm waiting for my burns, man.
All right, when your burns come in, we got to figure out what do you. All right, here's the deal. If you're still watching after the video uploads, I'll make a thumbnail. Hopefully, Eric will like that thumbnail I made last time. I tried to pick it. I gotta
That was
find.
good, man.
I gotta find good photos of you. You know, I gotta get your good side on there and everything.
I got photos. You want me to send you a few, man? Of
Yeah,
like the Insta?
yeah, but I'll figure it out because I want to make sure the right size and all that. But
I
we'll make a
got you.
good
I got you.
thumbnail. It's easy for me to laptop it, but
Right
leave a
on.
comment. What do you want me and Eric to talk about next Saturday night? Do you want jerk baits? Maybe micro crankbaits? That will require me to get on hookup tackle and tackle warehouse because I don't have everything, but I can find some.
I got a bunch.
We can't do balsa. That's going to come.
Yeah.
Eric's got to get his Marties in. You kind of spoiled it, but it's okay. What else? Finesse. I don't know much about Neds. You know a lot about the Ned rig?
Come on now.
Okay. Travis
Hell
does.
yeah.
Oh, we can do Neds. I got plenty of different heads and stuff. I can show you what works for me. Baits. So you guys leave a JDM tackle was a big one. If I could get Ben from the hookup tackle and Eric on here, could be.
Man, you know Ben from the hookup tackle? JDM's
I sent him a
topic,
message,
man.
and we've had a podcast. So.
Oh, did you?
Adam Collar says no agenda, just talk baits. Well, here's the deal. I want you guys to leave that comment.
Cool. We could just spitball it, right?
Absolutely. You just
That's probably some of the best. Yeah, just talk topic.
I'll have Bait Junior dig in the boxes, but all right, you guys.
Rod and reels and what to throw in the fall.
It's almost
fall. I know, right?
Well, guys,
it's like did we even have a fall?
No, not here.
No, man, I missed it.
Yeah.
I was tournament fishing right up until the end, man. I was looking forward to my fall cranking run, and then it's gone.
I know.
49 degree. I'm gonna have to throw a damn blade bait to catch a bass. That's
I've actually been. I've got some chartreuse purple blade baits. I've been thinking about, going over below the Tennessee River and pumping it up and then see what I can catch on it.
You like tucking in the tail race or something like that?
Tail race, dude. I tell you what, right now,
because they always
catching
bite, right?
The big smallmouth. If you look at Menendez's Instagram, I know what he's doing and how he's fishing. And if he's catching them like that, they're doing it on serrators, and this is a good time to do it. So,
wow, throwing a nice little swim bait action or something like that.
That Series 5, baby.
Oh,
probably back.
Oh man, just crank it out. And having that big old smallie.
There's nothing like catching a smallmouth in the current.
No, true, very true. We got a river up here. It's actually it's a Conowingo reservoir. And me and my buddy won a tournament. I think we weighed in close to 16, and the next nearest bag was like 6 pounds.
Yeah. We
crushed everybody. And I was throwing a little Bass Pro Shops 3/8 ounce, their little lipless vibration bait, and an olive back with this like really minnowy side, and it matched those 1-inch shad that were in there, and they couldn't leave it alone. I changed out the hooks on the gummies, man. The first smallie I hooked was probably like a 5.5 pounder in current, running like rapids, because the dam was, they were generating power, and so you had current from that outflow. Dude, it was ridiculous, man. That fish took us downstream. He jumped. I think I had one jump like 9 times. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, man. I love it.
We dusted everybody.
I got to do more fishing. So here's the deal. I'm going to upload another video tomorrow night, not a live stream. I'm not going to be. I only have to work 3 nights this week. I'm going to try to upload a video. I ain't promises. I'm going to try to upload some kind of video every day till next Monday. I'm going to stream Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night.
That's a lot, man. That's a lot.
I'll try to upload a video. But we're going to go hard for Thanksgiving, my birthday. Bait Junior, get on here. Black Friday stream. I'm going to try to get my Black Friday in live.
You gonna do a Black Friday live? Like pick out some good deals from the different like retailers and stuff?
I'll probably actually have to do that Thursday night. I bet it go live Thursday, but
that's pretty cool, man. That's crazy. There's a fire tiger minus one that has caught a lot of fish. I retired that bait, dude. I won some money on that joker.
I like
it. It's good when the paint's starting to wear off. And man, that's like that Bengal tiger fires. I like the Bengal stripes on this one, man. I mean, it's just like it's throwing the bone white when they chew it enough where the bone's coming doing good. Oh yeah.
Right. Let's see if I had a spring crawl, Little John, that was just absolutely warped. That's a really good color for
Oh,
Spro.
I love the spring crawl color. It's probably one of my favorites.
Dude, it catches.
That's my favorite CP right there in spring crawl right there. CP3.
Yep.
That is a bad dude in the spring.
Uh,
There's my jaw jacker spring crawl. Come on. Giving people
yeah,
little,
dude, Rob
little tease on
Cochran's
the ball.
spring crawl is really, really good. And hey, I'm going to the East Tennessee Fishing Show this year, Eric. Got some money saved up.
What?
Rob will be there. It's going to be open.
What?
If you need some jaw
Are they really
jacks,
going to have it?
let me know.
Are they going to have it?
Yeah. I mean, they're advertising they're having it. I'm going to try to go.
There's a Bob Allen, man. That's a Bob Allen that I doctored up, man. It was the mustard yellow. I threw some little black Sally Hansen on there.
A small version of the Bagley Woo. The poo.
Yeah, well, I mean,
one.
Bob did it right. That little joker, you talk about some small crankbaits he made that catches them. These catch them. They just get bit, man. He's no longer with us, man. It's out, man. Done.
I do got to get Hella Bass on stream. You know, he almost qualified for the Classic. He's like one.
Hella Bass? Oh, snap, dude. That's pretty impressive.
He did really good at Pickwick. One spot out for making the fish off the final day.
Oh, man, really?
Yeah. Pretty sure that's how the story goes.
Where was that, at Hartwell?
Pickwick. It was a TBF National Championship.
Oh, man. Dang, dude. Wow.
Yeah, I might not can fish, but at least my chat moderator can.
Exactly. Hella Bass, man. Hey, man.
Thanks.
Get him next time, man.
Guys, says the Cincinnati and Columbus show was canceled. Well, last year there's a big show in Minneapolis, and I know Menendez was going up there, Joe Thomas, and Joe called Mark as he was in Ohio and was like, hey, Mark, you might want to turn around. It's canceled. And he's like, what?
What?
So,
dang, man.
YouTube, cause how do I get notifications to never know when your live streaming started? Great question, and we're going to end it on this. I got to go check on Baitman Jr. He got the new Call of Duty. I'm going to have to play. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to play with him. When y'all hit the subscribe button, there's a little bell, too. Next to that, hit the bell. Just turn notifications on. So when I go live, you'll see. I've actually been posting the day of that I'm going live at a certain time.
Right.
And it'll put the streams coming on. And it's been working. The last couple of nights I've done it, it's worked perfectly. So whatever I figured out, it's working. So do that for me. So when I upload a video, you get to see it. And,
that's right. That's right.
Anyways, I'm going to end the stream.
Your buddy sent you some good stuff, man.
That
was
I
enjoy watching those
shout
OGs,
out to my friend,
man.
Darius. I owe you some 6 cents baits. I'll get you taken care of. We'll do some bait trading, and you better tell Rob you're coming. He's sold out of the good colors of his bait now. I will. I trust me. If I'm going to go get some jaw jackers, I'll be there before he even gets in there. But anyway, we're going to end the stream.
It was good, man. Thanks for
guys,
having me on again, man.
Let me know what you guys want to see next week after the video uploads. Leave me some comments. I love replying. Eric reads them too. I know he does. He's hitting them thumbs up too. So you guys,
let us know. Give us